Hello everyone, welcome to the world of Lean Six Sigma. I am MBV Mohit Sharma, your mentor and coach on Six Sigma issues and problems. Today I have created a video which will talk about the basic tools of Six Sigma. So when I say Six Sigma, I am basically talking about DMAC methodology, where DMAC stands for define, measure, analyze, improve and control. So let's get into the project and see what are these tools which can be used in each of these phases of DMAC methodology. In the define phase, it is important to understand the voice of customer and voice of business. It is also important to create a project charter. So the first tool that we are going to see today is called Voice of Customer and Voice of Business chart. It is also known as VOC VOB chart. You must have heard in your organization that customer is the king. But along with customer, you need to understand the voice of business as well. It is important to have customers because if there are no customers, we will not have any business. But if we will not think about the business side, then we will work in losses. So we will also have to think about what the customer wants and how we are going to deliver it from the business standpoint. So it is important to understand both the voices together. That is why this VOC VOB chart is important. I have a detailed video on this particular tool. I will attach the link in the description box below. Project charter is the most important tool in define phase of any project. So in any project, you need to define the business case, problem statement, goal statement, scope of the project, milestones, and team charter. If I have to create a video on project charter, it will alone take half an hour to explain every concept. Here also I have a detailed video. I think that was the first video which I created for my channel. So I will attach the link in the description box below. When you move into the measure phase of DMAC methodology, it is important to identify the potential root causes or potential X's of any problem. Six Sigma talks about relationship of X and Y is a function of X. So it is important to identify the potential X's for a particular Y. So Fishbone is the first tool which helps us identify these potential X's. And the second tool that we are going to see here is data collection plan. The first one is Fishbone. So the first step in the Fishbone diagram is to identify the effect or the problem. There are 6 different heads under which the causes can be classified: people, process, procedure, place, price, and productivity. And likewise, there are 6 subsequent heads which are for manufacturing industry. Man, machine, material, method, measurement, and mother nature are for the manufacturing industry. Under these 6 different heads, all the potential X's are identified and categorized. So for the detailed video, I will attach the link in the description box below. Very important tool. It will help you identify all the potential causes to the problem that you are trying to solve. The next tool is data collection plan. It is important to identify the potential X's. Then it is also important to identify or collect data on the potential X's so that we can analyze them in the analyze phase. So this is the kind of data collection plan that you need to create. You need to tell what is the measure name. For example, it is cycle time. The measure type, whether it is a project Y or X, and data type, whether it is a continuous data or discrete data. What is the operational definition? It is important to write down the operational definition. Number of samples that you are going to pick up. This is through the statistical sample validation that you have to identify. And who will collect the data is also very important. Likewise, you have the measure name shift and measure type is X. It is a discrete data. This is the operational definition. Number of samples would be same. I will collect data of all the X's on these 256 cases only. And who will collect the data is also important, as I have already spoken. The link of the detailed video will be attached in the description box below. Next, the most important phase of DMAC methodology is analyze phase. When you get into the analyze phase, the first thing that you need to do is identify the process capability, which is the sigma value of the process. And the second important thing is to identify the critical axis or significant axis out of the potential axis that you have identified. Means if you have 10 potential axes, you need not work on all 10 of them. They may not impact the project Y in the same way or with the same potency. So hypothesis testing helps us identify the significant axis. Process capability for discrete data, process sigma value can be calculated with the help of this formula. There are detailed videos of calculating the process capability for discrete, continuous normal and continuous non-normal data. I will attach the link in the description box below. The next one is the hypothesis testing. There are different hypothesis tests that can be done to identify the significant x's. So when the y is continuous and the x is also continuous, we will use simple linear regression. When the y is discrete and x is continuous, we will use logistic regression. When the y is continuous and x is discrete, y can be normal or non-normal. When y is normal, we will compare the means, and when y is non-normal, we will compare the medians. When x has one variable, one sample t-test, and one sample Wilcoxon test when y is non-normal, and one p-test when y is discrete and x is also discrete. So guys, I have detailed video on this one. Maybe so many videos I have created on hypothesis testing, how to perform hypothesis testing, what are the tests that you should perform and in which stage of the project, and things like that. So I will try and attach maximum links that I can in this particular video. So the most important hypothesis tests that you should remember are one-way ANOVA, Moore's median test, chi-square test, and simple linear regression. So these are the 4 tests that I will recommend, that so everybody should know how and when to use these tests. Moving on to the next phase, which is the improve phase. Customer will start seeing the results from this phase onwards. Whatever you have done earlier was to identify which are the significant contributing axes. Now is the time to identify the solution and implement those solutions. So the two tools, the basic tools that I'm talking here are 5Y analysis and implementation plan, which is 4W1H. You have identified that potential X, you write down that potential X, and then you start asking why this is a problem, why this is a problem. For example, let us take an example to understand this. In a web application, software tester has to create a functionality to upload or download a file. Okay, you understand, in on web applications you can upload some file or download that file from that particular website. But the problem was, the failure was, they were not able to download the file. Then the 5Y analysis was done. Why it was a problem? It was a functionality failure. Why it was a functionality failure? While uploading, wrong or non-compliant data was entered in the file. That was the reason. And why that was happening? Because there was no check in the system before upload. And why there was no check? Because it was missed while they were developing that particular feature. And why? Because the requirements were not clear during development. So the solution to this particular problem is clear requirements should be finalized before the project starts. So both team managers should sign the requirement document so that this problem doesn't come up later. So this is how 5Y analysis can help you to reach to the root cause and then to the solution. So I have used this tool every single time in all of my projects, 5Y analysis. The next one is 4W1H. This tool helps you create an implementation plan. For example, what is to be implemented, where it is to be implemented, who will implement, by when, and how it is to be implemented. For example, you have to conduct a training for 2 hours. So what is to be implemented? Training for 2 hours. And where it is to be implemented, there must be a training room's name, or if it is happening on a WebEx, so the WebEx details should be there. Who will implement this training? The name of the trainer should be there. By when means the date of the training should be there. And how it is to be implemented, the training agenda should be defined in how. This is the first topic, second topic, and this is how the training will go. The last and the most important phase is called the control phase. It is important to control the improved state. That is why this phase is very important. Otherwise, the problem will resurface. And the two tools that we are going to learn are called control plan and control chart. So the control plan has to be created by the quality team whenever they are finishing any project. That control plan should be handed over to the operations team so that they can keep the process under control. Detailed videos are there. I will attach the link in the description box. The other important thing in the control phase is the control chart. It will depend upon the type of data that you have, and based on that a control chart is selected. If you have continuous data, there are 3 different control charts that can be done, that can be created. If there is discrete data, there are 4 different types of control charts that can be created. So for this also I will attach the detailed video link in the description box. The most important thing to remember is that the control chart should not only be on project Y, it should be on axis as well. If you know these are the 4 different axes which are impacting my project, then if I control these 4 axes, my project Y will also be in control. So with that, I will end this video here, and I hope you understood what are the top 2 basic tools which should be used in each of these phases of DMAC methodology. So friends, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. And I will come up with another interesting video pretty soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.